And just said, like, if it gets to the point, they just have to ban food and drinks in here. Like, the carpet's very irritating that it's dirty again, but we can clean it, The pool table, if that happened, it would be harder to clean, stuff like that. But as trash and, the crumbs and stuff, because people aren't cleaning up and, so it all kind of, like, goes together, You guys respond? There's one.
Yeah.
Well, I think that some of us, when we're outside of here, maybe profanity is just a part of our language, and we talk to friends and stuff like that, and it might be hard for us to transition into a more respectful environment. But when we're in here, we just have to make a conscious effort of watching what we say.
Also, slang terms.
Yes.
Like what?
Yeah. Urban Dictionary.
I think we all.
You guys know. You guys know that slang terms can be also profanity.
Yeah, like that's a slang term. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, like which
What?
one?
You mean slang?
Inappropriate slang.
Slang. Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Because
I
show is
talking about the N-word. Stuff like others correlate.
It's all gravy.
Like he needs as far as because, like with especially with the N-word, like in some, like I know in my house, like like in my house, my mom like plays around with it, but we're all the same. So it's sort of okay, but as far as in like should I say, professional environment, it shouldn't be said
Public.
at all.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Overall, I don't mind it myself, but I mean, of course, I'm going to be way too white to say it. So. But in this kind of more so professional environment, it should just be stayed away from. So if you guys hear any of that, then just kind of say, hey, watch it.
Or any racial slur.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You had your hand. It's fine. Want to touch about it? You don't have to do that. So yeah. So obviously cuss word. Oh, Emma.
Yeah.
Jump in.
I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that gets offended by it, but can we maybe not say Nazi anymore in the way that people are saying it, other than talking about 1940s? Maybe that would be good.
I've heard that one.
Yeah. That is a racial slur.
Well, yeah, but
I know what it is.
Well, I mean, okay, it isn't said very often, but it seems like the days that it is said, it's like one person says it, and then it is said multiple times.
I remember.
Maybe I'm just sensitive to it, but.
It's a racial slur.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, there's also something I'm sensitive to that kind of bothers me is like, I mean, profanity can include regular words that are in the dictionary, but that just like are like make people uncomfortable, like DICK, that that's
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
so
This paper that we're going off of, so this was something before Jacinda was here, but this is like our rough draft, so I can always type up a new version and we can extend that to profanity and vulgar language. So yeah, Elizabeth, you made a great point, so thank you for that. So also too, like with the slang, like it's not necessarily a cuss word, but it's inappropriate. And kind of how we talked about earlier, like it's fine that you guys are talking, because sometimes people are in here studying, if they're studying anatomy, and they have to use a term, you use a term, but there's different than, using the, yeah, and that as well. There's, scientific, terms and language that you use, and then there's also slang. And so, Elizabeth made a great point. A lot of people are uncomfortable with, vulgar language like that.
Words.
Elizabeth.
Bruh is a slang. Brother.
Yeah, that's what cause sometimes
Just don't use profanity.
slang, yeah.
Like, she's not saying like all slang.
No, I know, but some people get them confused, like me.
Okay.
Well elaborate.
Because I know I speak with sometimes with kind of slang, something Mississippi, so I'd be like,
Well, like
be
y'all.
like-
I'm not gonna lie, you're like, did you just say you all?
It's kind of like
Depends on the context.
It's kind of like one of those, when it comes time to be like, if something said, that was like, oh.
It's kind of like, I don't want to bring, but it's like, let's use language, would you just, shout out like, dick from your grandma, you know what I mean? Or postscript, you know what I mean? Like, yes, it's not a cuss word, but would you talk like that if you were, interview? That.
Disrespectful slang. I'm just.
Clarify what is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
I said, I say y'all. And
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, like y'all for sure.
I know.
Yeah, for reals. Yeah, that's still considered slang, but we're talking about like inappropriate slang. So don't use language that you wouldn't use, like Steven said, like at church, in front of your grandmother, in an interview. Obviously, like for sure, y'all, like those ones are fine. I don't care. I don't know if I say y'all, but I think I do. So I don't know for sure. But yeah, stuff like that's fine. We're talking about like that inappropriate, vulgar. Yes.
I mean, you just have to remember you're at work. It doesn't matter that we work at a college. This is work. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of behaviors and a lot of words and stuff. I mean, it's hard to not talk like that because we are the age that we are and that we're at. This is work.
It's as maybe it's not a cuss word, but it's it's vulgar, it's inappropriate on for in here in student life. Yes.
Or just being loud in general.
Yeah, being loud. I don't know if you guys understand. Like, it's really a problem. So it's not that we don't want you to laugh and have fun and stuff, but just kind of like
Use our library voice, huh?
yeah, I gotta work on that.
Yes, Elizabeth?
When I'm up at the info booth, I can hear people all the way down here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got on to me.
So it's like Elizabeth isn't far at all. She should just text in, hey, welcome to our cell phone. So don't be texting girl. But anyways, yeah. So I don't, like you guys were kind of laughing today and giggling, especially like right at the door. So I was like, hey, quiet down. So it's not because I'm like mad or you guys like, if you guys say language or something like that, I'll try to say like, hey, language, so you guys know like what's being said. Because obviously, like like Steven said, if people it's in their thing, it's gonna be hard for them. Yeah. But yeah, so like just courteous. They're not welcome here, but we don't want it to be like where we're
Obnoxious.
yeah, or a problem for the rest of the college. Like
Mhm.
darn that student life and all the loud fun they're having. So all right. Okay, was there another one?
Yes, but
Okay.
the last three kind of pertain to the workers and not everybody else.
Okay.
Claiming work hours of work or service that was not actually work or service, that it constitutes fraud.
It does. So far I don't think we've ever had really a problem with it. Except you guys just adding on your
If you
timesheets.
clock in and then leave and then come back, let's say you go home and have
Has anybody
dinner or
heard that
whatever,
yet?
and then come back and then clock out, you're saying that you work, but you really weren't here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys really haven't had a problem with that, but yeah, just be aware, like,
On the part posted, this one.
We actually stay till it's
Too late.
the opposite. We usually stay like 10 minutes after.
One thing I wanted to say is that for the fitness center, everyone in here should wait until the door locks. Don't walk out while the light's still green. If it doesn't lock by the time you think you should be out of there, call security and just have them lock.
calm again, yeah. Don't be afraid.
The next one is, you shouldn't be opening the fitness center for your private workout session outside of scheduled fitness center hours.
That's a thing.
Well, we can't do that because we don't have access to it. Security will do that for us anyway. But, it's just.
The other thing too about the fitness center is that you guys should be wiping down the machines after your shifts, because sometimes it is a rule, like if you're in the fitness center, people are supposed to wipe down the machines after they're done. If you see an individual not doing that, hey, your machine just and then at the end of your shift, you should also do it too, just as a precaution, a good routine. Yes, Chris?
Should you be covering for someone else and then nobody be in the gym at the time, you still be required to wipe down the machines?
Yes.
You should. If you're just in there for like 30 minutes, I mean, maybe not. But if you're like, say somebody's out
Yeah.
sick for the whole time, then yeah, like if you're doing like a whole shift in there, like say, Victoria was sick this week, so we had a few people jump in and fill her shifts in the gym. So yeah, if you're doing that, but if you're just covering like giving someone a bathroom break, or you're, man, so and so was just late to work and they're in 20-minute traffic, then no, something like that's fine.
Because, I mean, like, for example, I covered for Steven for an hour this week, and then, it was just 1 hour, no one had come in or anything and done anything, and it was closed, and I was closing down for it, but it was
Yeah.
like, I had to
At
wait.
the just because like if it's like and students going to be there and finish out the shift, then I think it'd be fine to do it not. And when in doubt, I don't.
With me though, like 3 times during my shift, I've been there for like 6 hours, something like that. I'll wipe it down 3 times during my shift, just because I know I'm in there for a long time. And then when I walk around with it, I do inventory again, just to make sure that nobody took anything while they were in there. That's just me personally that I do that. But
Well, I mean, like I said, like I took inventory and I made sure everything was
Right.
in its place.
Yeah.
It's like I wasn't saying if I had to wipe down the equipment or not because no one come in or used it.
what I'm saying,
Well,
is you really wouldn't have to worry about it, because I would wipe it down already.
Yeah, but if I see what you're saying, like if nobody's in there, then yeah, I wouldn't focus it. But if it's the end of the day though, and you're in there, I would still do it for that end of the day.
As
Like
you're taking inventory.
yeah. So, but if you wipe, he wipes it down, you wiped it down, and it's just that. So, I think that's just going to be a judgment call, but to me, it'd be better to wipe it all down than not. So, if it happens to get wiped down twice and nobody used it, like, I don't think it'll hurt anything. So, all right. So, are we good on that? Is there anything else that you feel like this paper doesn't cover?
Do you want me to read the last little part?
I think Elizabeth wants to read some if she still wants to
Oh, okay.
jump in. If that's cool.
Okay. Participating or encouraging in this behavior may lead to dismissal from student life as a student leader role model, meaning you could also lose your job or talent grant.
Yeah, so as we said, the rule still states that if you're a student worker, like, we can give you 2 weeks notice, you can give us 2 weeks notice. So if this is something that you guys don't want, or you don't think it's good, you all dismiss. But if it's to these.
Doesn't show up when he says they will, so don't count on him, her. Making students feel like they have to pick sides, divide and conquer activities are negative and hurtful. Causing undue stress and alienating students from participating in student life and SGA activities.
Okay, so it's also a really good thing, especially too, we have elections coming up. You'll remember last year's election, or last semester election. So, obviously you guys have to vote for people, this and that. Don't feel pressured to tell anyone your vote. You guys don't have to do that. Everyone, we're friends with everyone. Granted, both people are gonna run, they're both gonna campaign.
Like our privacy. So some people might come in and say, hey, when does so-and-so work? That stuff shouldn't be disclosed,
Exactly.
because that person might have someone that is angry with them or something and wants to know when they're going to meet them outside. And so you can say, you know, she comes in, you know, every so often, you know, I check back later. Or, you know, I can give her your name and number and have her call you back. You know,
You can tell them when I get off, and I'll let them know I work.
Another thing too is that wasn't covered in here is clocking in and out for someone else. Like if somebody says, "Hey, I'm running 5 minutes late, can you clock me in?" You know,
I don't.
brought up on that.
Yeah. Good. I tried to with you. It's true if that starts to happen. Won't be sad.
I'm usually over hours anyways, so
Yeah.
I get here a little, like a few minutes late, and I apologize.
The last thing also that we talked about there was team building. And like we talked about last week, you know, we're like a family in here. So instead of like, we should be like backing up our fellow workers and propping them up.
Yes. Agreed.
Agreed.
For Narnia. It's just what it reminded me of. Sorry. It's
I
like
feel
just
like you were waiting for other people to say agree.
but- Okay. So now let's jump onto the other page. And if you guys want to read this as well. Yeah. Do we still?
Yeah. For FSCJ. I hereby take personal responsibility to create a culture of civility and respect on the campus of Florida State College at Jacksonville, in my community, and wherever I may go in the future by respecting others physically and emotionally, regardless of gender, race, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, disability, ethnicity, and religion. Demanding excellence from myself by acting in private the same as I would act in public. Acknowledging the challenges I face daily, actively participating in the solution, and being grateful for the gift of life bestowed upon me, and thinking before I speak courageously, avoiding disparaging words.
So, anyone having comments? Okay.
For Narnia.
Yes, Stephen?
I think that this thing just goes over what we just went over. Basically, it's just saying, you know, I pledge to uphold myself in a respectable manner, even when I'm not here, you know, try my best to be the most respectful person in society that I can be. And also encourage others to do the same.
So if you guys want, we can all take a moment and sign this if you guys are comfortable. If you guys have any reservations, you know, obviously you're not, you know, you're not gonna get in trouble for signing it, but we can sign it, we can hang them up. And, you know, this pledge is like still going on through FSCJ. So people can still sign this in student life and everything. So, yeah, Chris?
You want, so we can like,
I was thinking, so.
great.
And on here, you know, we can always give them this and, you know, let them know like, hey, this is the behavior, this is what we're trying to do in here. So, Demetrius, did you have a question?
Did I get it?
Yeah, that's not a problem. So, and then,
What if we make a big one that has all these warnings, and then the bottom we have different lines so everybody can sign it instead of having a bunch of paper on the wall.
Oh, you mean like the
whatever.
Constitution?
Sort of ish. So like even
Yeah.
students that just come to visit, they can
sign it. Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. We can work on that because I think we would want to maybe make that a little bit nicer. So that could be a project that we could do.
Can you do it on the?
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, okay.
He wants to do it because his hand.
And yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Yeah, to touch on that really quick, guys. Yeah, I can get you a new one. So how it talks about like respecting everyone's, you know, the sexual orientation, regardless of race, gender, and all that. I just want to really give everyone a huge thank you for being so respectful and open and accepting to Kim's presentation last week. I was really impressed on how you guys handled it, the questions that you guys had, you know, obviously it was a learning curve for some, you know. But I think your questions were fine, you know, they weren't hurtful, they weren't carried. I mean, they were honest questions. And so I just want to say thank you for everyone. I thought you guys did a great job, and I just really appreciate that you guys being so open. And, you know, that shows right there, like, you know, we made him feel comfortable enough to where she could open up to us. And, you know,
She likes the term, they,
Yeah.
and.
I just
yeah,
heard
they,
myself.
they're- That, I'm not sure who else.
Yeah.
Or you can just call it her name.
Just call her
Yeah, I
Kim.
got her name.
It's comfortable saying Kim.
Yeah.
But anyways, so obviously Kim felt open enough to share with us, and I think that was really scary, and, you know, it took a lot of courage. But I mean, she did it. But that's the, you know, that's that we've created with her, with Kim. Yeah. The learning curve. We're all learning. But Kim was very nice about it, so, you know, so, and if you guys have any questions, I'm sure that Kim would still love to go over this stuff with you. Okay? So I just wanted to close with that. Does anyone else have any questions or any other business that you guys would like to talk about? This is open forum. Stevens,
Yes, I'm up to $49 now.
That's going on all the way up till November.
I'm 600. So if you the email, and you guys would for cancer research, go ahead and forward that email on.
Sure.
Is all the
Yeah,
information
like a
on
bake
cancer,
sale.
cancer research and,
yeah,
email?
you're good.
I didn't know how that worked. I could talk to you that off camera.
Is that in the-
Yeah, probably. We'll have to talk to you sometime.
I'll love to do some.
But, any other questions or anything, guys?
Is that information? Magazine drive ends today, and it looks like we got a really good pool. So I'm really proud of anyone who's helped me out with magazine drive and who's donated magazines.
Yeah.
You rethread it.
And then Rethreaded also is
Any shirts,
For the-
old or new?
Free any
is
t-shirts.
asking for t-shirts. So be sure to drop off old t-shirts. I know I'm gonna drop off a few old shirts that don't fit me anymore.
What is that going to?
The
The t-shirt place?
t-shirt drive will be
To the, at the
A garage.
next week, and
Go.
Okay,
my
have a
magazine
great
drive
day.
ends today because I didn't want to compete with the dance. So I was like, I'm gonna end it the week before the dance, so it doesn't interfere with dance. And so,
Are we having any of the rethreaded representatives coming?
no, to the dance. We
Not that I know of.
Cheyenne, I'm not Cheyenne, Jacinda and Sarah and Alison were trying to contact Rethreaded and whatnot, and they just haven't responded yet. So they won't be presenting, so we're just gonna
Bye,
have
Maddie.
someone kind of like inform them about it when we get to that.
Perfectly.
And one more, the dance. Everyone here knows about it, so
Poster. You're not,
Do you guys want to hang it up?
is it dry?
It might be.
We should check it. You wanna check it really quick?
No. Well, I mean, the school is gonna be closed in 2 hours, so.
no.
We could hang it up Monday morning.
Well, we can hang out today, we just wanna make sure that's dry. Do
True.
you wanna hang out for a second? Okay, so let's
Well,
close
he
this
has
up.
to go to his doctor's appointment.
Oh, go, we can hang it up.
I'll
Yeah,
check it.
yeah, we'll check it and we'll hang it up.
Cool.
Alright, no worries.
Be careful with it.
Where do you
Don't
want it?
destroy it. I thought it was gonna be at center stage, but Aslan and I have to move our banners first.
You guys just want it on that second tier, guys' banners?
Well, we can put you guys on the outer edge, like one side, on the other.
We'll just, we'll rearrange your guys' banners. If you guys aren't happy with it, you guys can change your banners on Monday. How about that?
Yes,
Alright?
I like that.
Okay, and then we'll, okay? Bye. Okay.
Alright. Dance.
But we'll figure it out. So
Alright.
go to the doctor's appointment. Alright?
See ya.
Okay, bye. Okay, any other questions, anything?
No, not for me.
Okay, well, good job, guys. Thanks for being so open about it. So,